Welcome to Christ Team India. Here, we dive deep into the incredible stories of faith, testimonies of Indian Christians, and share updates on the current situation of Christianity in India. Our channel is dedicated to exploring the unique journey of Christianity in India, a story filled with ancient roots, inspiring conversions, and ongoing resilience. Stay tuned for inspiring stories of faith and endurance and the latest news on the challenges and triumphs faced by Christians across the country. Let's continue with our topic for today: the journey of Christianity in India. St. Thomas and the First Conversions. India, a land of ancient civilizations and spiritual diversity, is home to one of the world's oldest Christian communities. This remarkable faith journey traces its roots back to the very apostolic era, even before Christianity spread to many parts of Europe. But how did this faith, born in distant lands, travel thousands of miles to settle in India? Today, we're diving into the story of how Christianity made its way to India, grew, adapted, and endured, becoming an integral part of its cultural tapestry. The journey begins with St. Thomas the Apostle, one of Jesus Christ's 12 disciples. After Jesus' resurrection, Thomas traveled eastward, determined to share the teachings of Christ. Historians and theologians suggest that around 52 AD, he embarked on a well-known trade route connecting Jerusalem to the east, passing through regions like Mesopotamia, Persia, modern-day Iran, and Arabia. His journey ultimately brought him to the shores of India, with many accounts placing his arrival at the Malabar Coast in what is now Kerala, a southwestern state known for its ancient spice trade routes. During this period, Kerala was a bustling hub of commerce, frequently visited by merchants from the Mediterranean, Middle East, and Africa. Historical sources affirm that Missionaries, a port city on the Malabar Coast, was among the world's most active trading centers. Traders from Egypt, Greece, and Rome exchanged goods with Indian merchants. Scholars believe that Thomas likely arrived at Missionaries, encountering a community of locals, Jews, and traders who had a well-established spiritual culture. Inspired by the diversity and openness of this society, Thomas began spreading the message of Christianity. His teachings resonated with many, and soon he gained followers, leading to the establishment of one of the earliest Christian communities outside the Roman Empire. These followers became known as St. Thomas Christians or Nasrani Christians, deriving their name from Nazareth, the home of Jesus. They integrated the Christian message with their cultural traditions, forming a unique identity rooted in Indian customs and Christian beliefs. According to tradition, St. Thomas went on to establish 7 churches across Kerala, many of which are said to be present even today, bearing testimony to his ministry. These early Christians built churches with a blend of local architecture and Christian symbols, creating places of worship that became landmarks of faith. Over time, these communities developed traditions that continue to reflect both ancient Christian and local Indian influences. To this day, St. Thomas Christians preserve the Aramaic language in certain parts of their worshipful language, similar to what Jesus himself would have spoken. One of the earliest recorded stories of conversion involving St. Thomas showcases the power of faith and miracles. It's said that St. Thomas encountered a Hindu priest by the river bank, where the priest was performing a ritual, offering water to the sky as a symbol of devotion to his deity. Observing this, Thomas approached and challenged the priest's belief. He suggested that if the deity were truly powerful, the water thrown up should remain in the sky as an offering rather than fall back to the earth. To demonstrate the power of his God, Thomas lifted his hands and cast water into the air. According to the story, the water miraculously remained suspended, appearing as sparkling droplets or flower-like shapes floating above. Astonished by the sight, the priest acknowledged the divine power of the Christian God and converted to Christianity along with several others present. This story of faith and miracles became one of the foundational moments in the early Christian community in India, demonstrating the profound impact of St. Thomas's ministry. The story of Christianity in India did not end with Thomas. It was only the beginning. Over the centuries, the faith continued to grow and spread through migration and trade. Merchants, particularly from the Persian Empire, traveled regularly to India, Drawn by its flourishing spice trade, Christian merchants and travelers from Persia brought their faith with them, maintaining close ties with the St. Thomas Christians. Through their influence, new churches and communities were established along the Indian coastline. By the 3rd and 4th centuries, waves of Persian Christians had arrived, bringing new practices and traditions. By the 6th century, Kerala had a thriving Christian community, rich in both Eastern liturgies and local cultural customs, distinct from those in the Western world. In the late 15th century, European explorers and missionaries arrived with a new wave of Christianity. Portuguese explorer Vasco da Gama landed on the Malabar Coast in 1498, establishing a European presence in India. The Portuguese introduced Roman Catholicism to India, marking the beginning of Western Christianity on Indian soil. Missionaries like Jesuits and Franciscans played crucial roles in spreading Catholic beliefs, building churches, and establishing schools. Historical records confirm that St. Francis Xavier, a Jesuit missionary who arrived in 1542, played a significant role in spreading Christianity, especially in Goa and Tamil Nadu. By the mid-16th century, Goa became a prominent center of Catholic life, with grand churches and institutions, some of which remain active to this day, such as the Basilica of Bom Jesus and Esse Cathedral. The Portuguese influence left a lasting legacy on Goa's culture, traditions, and heritage, which many Goan families continue to uphold. In the late 18th century, Protestant missionaries from England, Germany, and America entered India. One of the most notable among them was William Carey, who arrived in Serampore, Bengal in 1793. Carey's mission extended beyond evangelism. He was a scholar and humanitarian who contributed immensely to Indian society. He translated the Bible into several Indian languages and established printing presses, making the scriptures accessible to the local population. Protestant missionaries like Carey also played a vital role in founding schools, hospitals, and educational institutions that served all social classes, including women and marginalized communities. Their focus on education and social reform made Christianity appealing, and the Protestant movement quickly spread across northern and eastern India, contributing to a new wave of Christian growth. Over the centuries, Indian Christianity has blossomed into a vibrant mosaic of traditions. St. Thomas Christians in Kerala celebrate traditional festivals, wear traditional attire, and incorporate local customs into worship, blending ancient Indian culture with Christian teachings. Catholic communities in Goa showcase the Portuguese legacy with unique Goan Christian customs, while Protestant communities in northern and eastern India add another layer of diversity with regional languages and practices in their worship. Today, Indian Christianity reflects a blend of early apostolic traditions, Persian migrations, European Catholicism, and Protestant evangelism. Christianity's story in India showcases a faith that has not only survived but thrived, contributing profoundly to India's cultural and social landscape. Despite challenges, including social resistance and colonial conflicts, the Christian faith has integrated with Indian society, adapting while preserving its essence. Today, Christianity remains a vibrant faith in India, embraced by millions. This ancient faith, carried across continents by apostles, merchants, and missionaries, has become an integral part of India's rich cultural fabric. From a heart of stone to a heart of flesh, the legacy of faith lives on in the hearts of Indian Christians, a testament to the enduring message of love, hope, and redemption in Jesus Christ. If you want to discover more about the Christian communities in India today, subscribe to our channel for the latest Christian songs, powerful prayers, and uplifting messages of faith. Let's journey together in exploring faith, history, and hope.